Mic check, mic check.
Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. All right, here we go, y'all. This is what I'm talking about right now. Because after we march, you go home, right? You talk to your friends and neighbors, right? I want everyone here to be effective. Effective in their communities where you go home. The South Bronx, Central Harlem, Spanish Harlem, Wakefield, Jamaica, Bensonhurst, Coney Island, Brownsville, East New York, where you're more likely to be a victim of broken windows policing than standing right here in front of the African burial ground. So it's time to get effective, Commissioner Bill Bratton seems to believe that folk don't know what the hell they're talking about with respect to broken windows policing. But we gonna put this out here right now. I know what the hell I'm talking about.
That's right.
Because the people pay my salary.
Amen.
The people educated me through CUNY.
Amen.
The people have the ability to change lives.
Amen.
Broken windows theory, manifested in broken windows policing, is the concept that minor offenses will tamp out higher major crimes, which we all know that there is no statistical proof to support that. I know what the hell I'm talking about. Okay? And when we talk about minor offenses, they're really nuisances or annoyances.
Amen.
Okay? If you want to tally up all the 311 calls and use that as an excuse to come into poor communities, how many 311 calls are from people in Brownsville, the South Bronx, Jamaica, Queens, South Side, Wakefield, Central Harlem to complain that they don't have heat? Due broken windows on them slum landlords that we have to call about every night in the wintertime. Okay? If you want to tally up the 311 calls, talk about the NYPD that chooses to drive backwards on your sidewalk that you utilize in your community that your taxpayer money pays for. I know what the hell I'm talking about. Okay? So broken windows policing is manifested through zero tolerance. It's zero tolerance that have you picked up for buying a Lucy. But I know every single bodega that's not owned by a black person sells a Lucy.
That's right.
NYPD should focus their efforts on Lucy sellers in the bodega.
Yeah, go choke 'em.
Okay?
Go choke 'em.
I know what the hell I'm talking about.
Amen.
All right? Broken windows policing has people coming to visit me in my building getting harassed in the staircase. I know what the hell I'm talking about. All right? This zero tolerance is what has your children getting arrested in school.
That's right.
Zero tolerance is what has your children being arrested and building a misdemeanor criminal record before they're 18 years old within the school system that your tax money pays for.
That's right.
I'm educating you to be effective in your community. Effective in your community. When people ask you about broken windows policing and broken windows theory, be able and effective to break it down and say no. When the police department decides that Brownsville, Central Harlem, East New York, South Bronx, Wakefield, Spanish Harlem should all be treated exactly the same, they're not working for the community. Okay? I know I wear my socks outside my Converse in the South Bronx. They may not do that in Brownsville. So the policing cannot be exactly the same. But when the authorities are pulled together to police you, you're all the same. Be active and be involved in your community and say no to any activity that does not foster unity and education amongst the community. I expect to see every single one of you, no matter where you live, and I'm going to shout it out again. Coney Island, Brownsville, East New York, South Bronx, Central Harlem, Spanish Harlem, Bensonhurst, to participate in their local precinct community meeting. It is only once a month for 2 hours. Stop the propaganda parade that takes place on a monthly basis in your community that dictates what happens in your community in realms of public safety. I'm gonna allow that emergency vehicle to pass.
Amen.
All right?
It's just a fake fire truck.
All right. So, yes, that's absolutely true. So I want everybody to make sure and be effective in their community, and I want those meetings to be jam-packed every month to be able to effectively, what did I say? How did I say it? Effectively speak about the issues that pertain to you in your community. So we're here today on January 15th. Let's be clear. I don't march in front of government offices when they close. I don't shop when the stores close. Okay? I exercise my right to sustain resistance on the dates that government offices are open for business. So whenever other organizations come out on the 19th, you coming out to lock doors, lights turned out, and the gates rolled down. That is not effective. Okay? That is not effective. We're here because we're the ones that are willing to sacrifice our time, our money, and for some people even their freedom to make sure this point gets across. So whoever's out there on Monday the 19th standing in front of rolled down gates and locked doors, they need to get a clue. I know what the hell I'm talking about. Okay? I know what I'm talking about. We don't come out when stuff is closed because we mean business and we're not playing out here with people.
Facts.
Okay, that's right, that's facts. Hashtag facts. All right, that's facts. So I'm here today as a mother of an 18-year-old that at any time can be and has been frisked up by NYPD to say that we're not going for that no more. And I don't care if you're an African police officer, an African American police officer, a Latino, a Belizean, a Caucasian, we are saying no more.
No more.
And we will make sure and confront and expose every instance of brutality and misconduct.
That you do.
You be effective. Everybody make sure your cell phones have the iCloud, the Dropbox, the Drive. Because any recording that you take will be in the cloud and not destroyed, and your electronics shouldn't get destroyed. We have to be effective. Because if it was not for Ramsey Orta video recording, we would not be standing here today.
Hello, say that.
And you guys should continue to support that young man and his fight for justice, because he seemed to be the only person that went to jail. Okay?
He's the only person that went to jail.
So we got to do something about that. January 22nd, Staten Island, court date 9 a.m. Make sure you're there to sit there in support. This is what Martin Luther King and organizations did in the 60s. You sat in court. You didn't watch TV. You didn't get on the book. You sat in court. And that's where I plan to be on January 22nd, because I'm making the sacrifice for my own people to take a day off of work. Not on January 19th when you already got the day off. That's not sacrifice. We out here because we sacrificing. And how dare anyone, including elected officials, tell us that we don't have a right to be out here. It is because people were out here before we were born that they could be out here. And we learned that and we respected that. So I appreciate everyone coming out. We're going to continue to do this. If anybody else wants to take that mic and mic check this crowd, we want to make sure we out here, we in full force, that we loud. But when we go back to our communities, we want to be what? Effective in our communities. And you tell your little cousins and them, stop sitting at home dishing the dirt on the book. Put them Jordans on that you stood online for in the cold and stand your behind out here and come out and support your own people that's fighting for you every single day. Thank you.
Hello.